Hello my friends, welcome back to our planned Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today we are continuing on case number 4 of the second game. I must say, this case has gone completely outsane. Multiple times, such as us talking to the butler's face-shaped radio here. I mean, this all is kind of insane. Going back to last episode, Entrazio did tell us the evidence you're supposed to present to Edgeworth before this this sequence, and it actually makes a lot of sense, and it's something I had completely forgotten about. So if you want to know the answer to that, go back to our last video and check out the comment section, and you'll find out. I don't want to say here in case you want to figure it out on your own, but yeah, it makes perfect logical sense. I must say that today I'm feeling a little down for some reason. I think I'm cycling through one of my depressive states, and I wasn't going to record because of it. It's like 6:20 p.m. and by the time I'm editing these videos, it'll be like 10 o'clock. But I said, you know, the best way to overcome problems that you have is to be with the people that you love, and I love you all so very much, and you guys have helped me more than you can ever know. So with that said, I'm here to have a lot of fun with you all, and I hope you guys have some fun today too. I've rambled enough. Let's get started. There is one thing I want to do before we present evidence, and that is I want to go back through these because a few times in this case, in order to find the answer, you had to, you know, repress old statements. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and at the same time, it'll help me remember what's going on. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Anders is my client. However, all the dots. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press the wrong way, it might raise suspicions. But I had to do something. To waste time. Witness about requesting a hit. This is the way he blames me for, Alright, yes. We're a dark-hearted attorney, and then the judges kind of glare at us for, trying to want to kill him. That is really good. One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I want to be very effective. Yes. Change occupation would be good. My clients are always the real guilty party. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of the guilt on their shoulders. And then they thought he could run away with the guilt. Okay, so that's all the same. My client did it to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the butt and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste that time. Oh yes, this is where he's trying to be, you know, make it easy for the police in providing a service. Okay, that was the same so far. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients would do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, yeah, suggest an alibi. Okay, I remember that as well. Stop glaring at me, Judge. Adrian Anders already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room, all of my clients knew precisely what the situation is at all times. Is that because he recorded, right? That's odd. Why does he say that's odd? But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, filling around the crime scene is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested murder go to the crime scene anyway? I think this is all the same. Probably gone to frame a certain guard. I mean, this all sounds. This all sounds exactly the same. Yeah, this all sounds exactly the same. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. Never called to stand again. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, so I guess precedent statements is not important, but there was that one statement. Which one was it? This one here. I wonder if that's really true. And then that's odd. Because Edgeworth over there is looking weird. So it's... And I think I said it in the last episode. I think this statement is the most... is the one that stands out to me. Because in the trial, Adrian Andrews said that she had poured him a glass of tomato juice because she had assumed that he was asleep. And it wasn't until afterwards did she realize he was dead. So I need to find the evidence that says... Can I go to witness testimony? No, so it's not witness testimony. The glass. Find next to victim filled with tomato juice because she poured the wine glass thinking he was still alive, right? Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. D. Killer. Alright. Off to a much better start than the past few days, that's for sure. See? I told you, this is, doing YouTube is, reinvigorating to the soul, and I can't thank you guys enough. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered. But, how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? Well, that is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see a point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. See, him and Edge and I, you know, edgy buddy man. Him and I are on the same page here. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? It's a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail. It's not a very important point anyway, correct? No, it's vitally important. I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that only can mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. All the dots. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? All the exclamation dots? Phoenix! The killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say such things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Oh, the debts. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. It so was. Oh. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Oh, the dots. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. Well, that was short and to the point.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is a first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Okay, I didn't see anything the first time through. This request came to me, about a week ago. 1 week ago? Are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please stop!
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time? It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Press further. So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the bear figurine was. I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
I don't know. It might be? Question mark? I didn't really see anything. I'm gonna say it's not important. I'll look back to this if I need to. I don't want to get hit with a penalty. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important.
Well then, witness, please continue.
Yeah, I'll, what was that, the second statement? Yeah, that was the second statement. I'll look back to that if I need to. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. So you physically met Agent Andrews, right? All the dots. Of course I did. What was that? What was a brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish this is to speak to the client and while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Again, I didn't see anything. I'll look back to it. We still have more to press. When he meets his clients is not important. That wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought I could trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Again, I'm not seeing any. Let me look back around. I was so sure there was something, but I can't get a good grip on what it is. I guess it wasn't all important.
Very well.
Phoenix? Yes? What did you hear just now? What? Clean out your earwax and pay attention, Phoenix. You're letting his words slip by. Guess I missed something back there? Witness, please continue with your testimony. So, there was something I definitely missed here. But I wanna press the statement first. This is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So your client was Adrian Andrews. That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Oh, the dots. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. All right, let me go back to that third statement, because that was really interesting. There were like 2 moments here where we could press him on. So he physically met all the dots. Of course I did. There was a pause. I always meet my clients face to face. He said this in other statements as well. I have never taken a request because he wants to establish this is he's repeated this like 3 times in this line of questioning. Looking them in the eye. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay, but we had a chance to do this a second time. And even here, Phoenix is like, no, that's not important. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews face to face? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face I began to trust him. That's when I thought I could trust this person as a client. What? Why is Mia scolding me here? Clean out your earwax and pay attention. You're letting his words slip by. Alright, back here again. Press further. And she clearly says you're letting his words slip by, but yet the first statement, Phoenix is like, no, it's fine. Okay, his words. What do you mean by that? Nothing suspicious. My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. Okay. He likes to meet them face to face. We've established that. It was only through talking with him face to face I began to... God, I'm so dumb! Oh, FlightlessBird, you are an absolute idiot sometimes. Oh my god. Why can you solve really, really difficult puzzles in games, but you can't solve obvious things in games? Dude, FlightlessBird, you are so blind. Get your glasses checked. Ah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, chances are you're as blind as me, and that makes me feel better. But if you do know what I'm talking about, yes, I am an idiot. Adrian Andrews is not a boy. Adrian Andrews is a female. You wouldn't use the word him. You'd use the word her. Yes, it is important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, Then I think I got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really?
That's the case. Witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. No, what am I doing? I pressed the wrong button. Ah, I'm sorry, you guys. I went to press R1 and I pressed triangle. All right, let me try it again. R1. There we go. Triangle. I'd like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry. Well, that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley Day Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Oh, the exclamated dots. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up about her. So, what is the issue? Oh, the exclamative dots. Oh. Well, what did you just say just now? About her? You ever met Adrian Andrews in person? One look would have told you that she is a woman. And that's why her name is Adrian, because... No, when I think of Adrian, I don't think of a male name. When I hear the name Adrian, I think of Rocky. Yo, Adrian, I did it! You know? But, yeah, well, whatever. So, you guys, Phoenix Wright has a new superpower. Not only can he use the Magatama to detect falsehoods, but in this trial, he has also gained the power to destroy inanimate objects. First, we have Adrian Andrews' glasses, and now we have Day Killer's radio. Oh, that was great.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. Day Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. I'm sweating. Oh, it's so good.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Oh, okay, so they point out it could be one or the other and he just guessed wrong.
Yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. Day Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
What? What is going on? Shelley Day Killer. This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So, does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. Alright, I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and absolutely nothing but the truth.
Alright, request taken part 2. Let's do this again. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. Didn't he just say a second ago that he's never done that before? The request was for the murder of one Krita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. Doesn't make any sense. He just said multiple times he's never done that.
So he took this job through later.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but at the same time, I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Contrapasso.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
It's like one of my favorite words I learned from my Renaissance class, contrapasso. It's the idea of counterpunch. Basically what it is in Dante's Inferno, the journey through hell has many stages. And each stage, the person suffers from something that occurred to them in life, basically. So if you are very lustrous, you find yourself caught up in the wings of love, and you're just floating around for all eternity, unable to stop yourself. If you took your own life, then you're a forest all alone. I mean, you're a tree all alone in a dead forest, because you chose to, go it alone. The idea that, the crime kind of fits or the punishment kind of fits the crime, the contrapasso. It's a really cool word. I liked it. I don't know. It just always stuck with me. Contrapasso. I need to learn Italian. It's got a lot of really amazing words. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. And if I'm wrong about that, and you're an expert in Dante's Inferno or in Italian or something like that, let me know in the comment below. But I'm just saying what I remember from, a while ago. But did you say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But did you meet your client this time? No, I did not. It's a double negative. That means you did. Oh, come on now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then. Just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such cherished words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yielding. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. A. Keller met with his client?
The figurine? Maybe? I'm gonna press forward first. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. That's great wordplay. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I meet each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities?
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times. I now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail it in a specially insulated envelope?
I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email.
In a contest of mimicry, the judge reviewed a pair of hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and the request was for the murder of one Kurita and 2 or 3 other small things. 2 or 3 other things? Yes. And, what exactly were those other things? A few things that have nothing to do with this case. Oh, really? Come on, dude. Seriously? What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? Can we press further? It'd be really bad if I pushed the buttons the wrong way and he got mad. I don't care. Press further. Whether or not they relate to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder, what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination? Oh, the exclamated dots. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? Oh, look at this. Yeah, he's... I love how personificationist... Personified? Personified. I love how personified the radio is. I mean, look at his eye go back and forth. That's, I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Oh, wait! Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I should have pressed my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Let's save. Press on. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what those other jobs your client requested were. The dots. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The Bear Figurine. The Bear Figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please exclude what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. I found this figurine at Mr. Angard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Angard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
I don't understand it though. If Adrian Andrews is not his client. Oh no, wait. He never said Adrian Andrews is a client. What he said is that he didn't meet her in person. He met her through email. So that's very possible. I'm gonna say no objections yet. We still have more to go. It's no use. As long as I can't put my finger on the central finger here, pressing this witness any further would be more than extremely dangerous.
It appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue.
It's a tough witness. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? All the dots. I did, once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine.
Yes, I see.
But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. Was she wearing the the samurai outfit? Which is what the mask is, right? So he's basically saying that in this picture that we're seeing here, that is Adrian Andrews. Which is, I think, consistent with what he was saying before.
Mask?
The nickel samurai mask, I'm guessing.
Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
She was wearing the samurai mask. And she would want the figurine. I think I can pull something out of what he said. But it'd be real bad if I did something and made him mad it was something trivial. There are no problems with your testimony, Your Honor. We pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Huh? Well, it kind of seems like we're still okay to me. And that's exactly why this is so bad. Why would this be so bad? At the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying the killer's lie. Okay, now I understand why that would be bad. Because if we destroy his lie then, and Guard is going to, he is going to, kill Meyer, right? If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that will put us in. Oh yeah. All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Yes, now I remember. Okay. So what was the new thing that opened up? One of those was to find the Bear Figurine and to give it to Adrian Andrews. The note was in the Bear Figurine. But the note was forged by Juan Carita. Right? But she didn't know that. So why would she think that the note was in the Bear Figurine? Wouldn't she have asked him to find the suicide note and not the Bear Figurine? I'm trying to think there's something wrong with this statement because this statement opened up. And normally when a statement opens up, that's a clue that there's something wrong. Forgetting Miss Andrews was doing there. He was waiting for her there. But why would you have the bear delivered there? Why wouldn't you have had the suicide note delivered? And would he even know? That's a question. Would Adrian Andrews have known that the note was inside the bear? The answer to that is no, unless she had a camera, which she didn't have because she's not the killer. So therefore, for him to say bear is weird because he should be saying note, right? It's the only thing I can think of. Or at least at the moment. If I'm wrong, which, let's be honest, I am wrong often. We'll cycle back and we'll try to figure that out. So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in this statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? Oh, this is bad. Because if I'm wrong, he might kill the connection. But I just saved it, so let's try it. Witness, let's go with this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at Unguard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
What?
Oh, the dots. This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. What is it asking here? Is it asking for evidence or is it asking for a person? I think that it's asking me I don't know. If it's asking me for a person, it would definitely be on guard. If it's asking me for evidence, then the suicide note makes sense. So I'm not really sure what it's asking me, because the only way Unguard knew about the suicide note was from the camera. So Adrian Andrews doesn't know that the suicide note is in the bear. So if I present the suicide note here, what I'm saying is she wouldn't have asked for the bear, she would have asked for the note. However, if I present Matt and Guard here, I'm saying that the bear wasn't for her, it was for him because he knew about it because of the camera. That seems like a little more evidence though than what's being presented. And when I say evidence, I mean it seems like more explanation would be needed for me to use. I'll go ahead and click Enguard next. My first thought was the notes. Let me click the note. Shelly the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? Oh, because she wanted to burn it too! Oh, that also makes sense. She wanted to destroy the note as well. So either way, the note doesn't make any sense. I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it. For her sake, yes. If, even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note and burned it. Ah, that also makes a lot of sense. Man. No matter which way I think of it, though, it still would have been right, though. Because she didn't know the note was inside, right? Maybe she did know it was inside. Did I just get the wrong answer? Thinking the wrong idea, but get the right answer? I mean, that's happened before in this game. I'm not surprised, but I guess accidentally finding out the right answer by thinking the wrong thing is just part of being an Ace Attorney game.
Order, I say I love order. So that's where the two of you are going.
So, by the very fact the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Ah, yes.
Which means
his client can't be Adrian Andrews. It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh!
Order, I say I will have order!
And Mr. Phoenix Wright. All the exclamated dots. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. All the dots. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Wait, please, no, don't. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. No, don't do that, please. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please don't. Stop. No, please, not that. Please wait. It's exactly what I'm thinking. Oh, I will never forget this game and they killed Maya. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand otherwise.
What in Mr. Wright? Are you?
All the dots.
Miss Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there was a need to hear more testimony, or was this enough?
Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll. The prosecution,
What has come over everyone? Even you are.
prosecution rests. Oh, man. Edgeworth has a huge heart, you know that, you guys?
What is going on around here? Prosecution.
Sorry. I'm so tilted right now. Prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. But the prosecution rests with no further questions. Well then, the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance.
All the dots.
If that is the case, well then, even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews.
All the exclamated dots.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
if I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Engard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews would be charged with murder? Oh, the dots.
Well, the prosecution has no further questions, so we'll now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Engard, to the stand.
Yeah, I know someday Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. How come now lies in your hands? Dude! Did that old guy finally decide? Well, I kind of hate to do this. Please don't kill me. But I need to put a cut here. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm recording this super duper late. And if I don't put a stop here, I'm not going to have this video up tomorrow. So if I keep playing and I get to the end, the video ain't gonna be up tomorrow anyway. So I might as well split it up into 2. And I'm sorry about that. Like I said, please don't kill me. Only likes in the like bar if you made it this far, please. But we will find out what happened in the next episode, almost for sure. I feel like the moment of truth is coming that I've been warned about. And we're going to have to see how this trial ends. Oh, man, this has been such a crazy case. Is this the longest case yet, by the way? I know the 5th case in the first game was incredibly long, but that was sort of added into the game after the fact. This 4th case feels like it's been going on for, like, ever. And I don't mind it. It's really good. It's just, man, there's just so many, like, layers to this case. When did we begin this? We began this on part 26. This is part 42. Yeah, so almost half of the game has been this trial. That's crazy. I love you all so very much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for cheering up this Flightless Bird and allowing me to, you know, do something I love with you all. Until next time, so long and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter, you are brilliant, and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.